Frustrating to see the injuries pile up through fall camp.
Well, right now we're trying to be smart about everything. You know, it's a lot of precautionary movements with as far as the staff. And like I said, we're getting closer to game week, and so we know that we just got to be smart. A couple guys getting cramps and nicked up and bruised up, but we just got to be smart. And like I said, the main thing right now is just developing the young guys, because it could happen in the game. But you know, we just got to make sure the young guys that are coming up are going to be ready and available for the game too. So.
Jovon, one of the guys who's cramping.
Yeah. He was one of the guys, but like I said, he's going to be fine. I mean, we're expecting him to be back. I think any day. I mean, like I said, we just got to be smart. I got to limit his reps, and like I said, he's going to be ready for game time.
So you're confident for week one?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I said, if there was a game this week, he'd be ready. So.
We've had Schooler goes out, and you're just guys, and then now Pittman, and you kind of each day, kind of that chart's kind of moving guys to different spots to see what works as you lose guys.
Yeah, I mean, as you lose guys, I mean, like I said, as a coach, man, it's all about development. And so you think about, the next guy that's right behind those guys. I mean, you got to develop that guy now. He's the starter. And so it happens in the game. And like I said, obviously those are two big losses for our position, but we got some special guys. We got some young guys, Brian Addison, who's been stepping it up, Josh Delgado. So we're very confident with our group and what we have in place right now. It's just, again, as a coach, I just got to make sure the development is right, and I got to make sure it's precise on my end.
Even with Jovon, things would be a little bit thin right now. So where did Tucker and Crocker fit positionally for you right now?
They're one of the other guys, man. I mean, just development as far as those guys coming up and stepping into one of those roles. I mean, Tucker's shown a huge, shown tremendous progress since we started camp, and he's worked his way into a lot of reps. You know what I mean? Crocker's another guy who's developing, and he's still learning. But I mean, both of those guys are very talented, and like I said, they obviously could play at this level.
Who's behind Red in that slot position right now?
Right now, like I said, we have Josh Delgado. And like I said, we feel confident with Red and Josh, both being a slot guy. And even Johnny's done some stuff at the slot. So, I mean, just the way we move our pieces around, I mean, we're fine at the slot position. I mean, obviously losing Mike, again, that was a tremendous loss. But, I mean, we're very confident as far as that slot spot.
What's the next step for Josh in terms of his development?
Next step is just, just playing a little faster. We have a lot of stuff, and I've challenged him. He's playing outside, inside, so he's got a lot on his plate. So the next step for him is just playing a little bit faster, and maybe me just kind of slowing things down and putting him at one spot. But he's been asked to do a lot, and like I said, so far I'm happy with the way he's handled things.
What did you tell Mike, and how's he handling disappointment of that, having to miss the first few games of his college career?
I mean, that kid's a warrior. I mean, this kid, he expects to be back week 2. So, I mean, that's how he's always approached it. I mean, he's had a little nicks and injuries, but nothing's going to hold him out. He's going to be a guy, he's going to get right back on that saddle real quick, and he's going to play this year, man, and he's going to contribute in a special way. So.
Experimented at all with moving players from other positions over to help you guys just from a depth perspective so far this week, and how's that fit in?
I mean, like I said, it's not really that. I mean, we're still playing within our scheme and our concept. Like I said, I've just been out there. There's a couple guys, like we'll have a few, heavy personnel, and they'll be just aligned a little bit outside. But, I mean, they're just getting one-on-one coaching from a wide receiver standpoint. That's all that is. I mean, I'm just giving those guys tips and points and my point of view and stuff like that. So they're still playing the same position. It's just things that we're doing within our offensive structure.
Spencer Webb being one of the guys.
Yeah. But like I said, I mean, Spencer, he's obviously played that at high school. He's still playing tight end. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just giving him a different perspective from a wide receiver coach. So.
What have you seen as we get more and more like game prep? Well, obviously, the Auburn secondary returns virtually everybody other than Dean. So what have you seen from those guys in particular? Very
talented group. I mean, guys that they play with a lot of energy, a lot of passion, very athletic, length out there. So we just got to be prepared that we're up against a good opponent, and we just got to make sure as far as one-on-one combat and winning on releases and those things like that, man. We just got to make sure we win the majority of those battles.
Have you seen a pair of outside corners quite as fast as those two? I mean, you've got one who's a son of Jamaican Olympians,
sure,
and another one who's a legitimate 10-1 guy in the 100. Have you seen outside corners quite?
I mean, they're elite. They're elite speed. I mean, good thing we're not running them in the track meet, but. If we could get those guys to open their hips and get them turned, I like where our matchups are at, man. I mean, I feel confident in our guys as far as our technique, but they're fast, they're talented, man, and we know that, but we're ready for the challenge.